Lesson 8 is similar. All right. So in lesson 8, we're going to cover the huruf al-mad. The huruf al-mad are the three letters that we just covered. Alif, waw, and ya, as we mentioned earlier. They're called huruf al-mad. Madda yamuddu means to extend. I just extended my arm. In Arabic, I would have said madattu yadi. That means I stretched out my arm. So you're going to stretch these letters out. All right, and there are three letters: alif, waw, and ya. Huruf al-mad. The letters of mad, elongation, wal-leen. And we're going to talk about leen, what leen means, inshallah ta'ala, on the next page. So here, same concept. All right, in the previous lesson, you had alif saghira. All right, what is the difference between alif saghira and this alif? No difference. It's the same thing. What is the difference between waw saghira and this waw? No difference. Same thing. What is the difference between ya saghira, the small ya, and this ya? In terms of pronunciation, the practical aspect of it, there's no difference. Ba alif saghira ba is pronounced the same way as ba fatha alif sukun ba. So here, technical terms, when we spell it out, we're going to use different terms, but in terms of the end product is the same. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Again, we're going to pronounce, we're going to identify the letter. All right, the letter is ba. What's on top of it? Fatha, ba, fatha. And then, again, we're not going to make this sound. We're not going to say ba, fatha, ba. Why? Because there's an alif there. Alif, waw, and ya. I referred to them as dependents. And just like if you're sitting on an airplane, once you take care of yourself, you're going to take care of your dependents. All right? You're not going to leave them on the airplane, and you're going to make sure that they buckle they're buckled up and they fasten their seatbelts. So here, ba, fatha, ba is responsible for the alif. So ba, fatha, alif. And here it's not alif saghir, it's not a small alif, it's a regular alif. And then alif by default always is going to have a sukoon. All right? And we're going to cover sukoon in lesson, it's going to come up in lesson 11 or lesson 10, inshallah ta'ala. All right? So, but I'll briefly explain it here, inshallah ta'ala. Sukoon is the opposite of haraka. Haraka means movement. So when I say ba fatha ba, all right, ba, the sound moves, the sound flows. Ba. Sukoon means it comes to a stop. All right, and we're gonna cover sukoon in lesson 10, inshallah ta'ala. All the mud letters, all the long vowels, for them to be mud letters, they have to have sukoon on them. So the ba has to, the waw and the ya, they have to have sukoon on them to be elongation letters for you to elongate them. Alif is always going to have sukoon by default. Always. All right, alif is always going to have a sukoon. And the sukoon, if we can, we'll go to lesson 11 here. So this is the sukoon symbol. This is how it looks like. This is how the sukoon looks like. And in the Quran, in MSA, Modern Standard Arabic, it's just a circle. All right? And again, that means that the sound stops. So instead of here, if this was a fatha, I would have said hamza fatha a, ba fatha ba, a ba. It's not a fatha, it's a sukoon. So the sound of the ba is not going to flow. I'm not going to say ba. Instead, my lips are going to close. The sound is going to come to an abrupt stop. It's going to be sakin. And that's what sukoon means, even linguistically, means the sound just comes to an abrupt stop. So it's going to be ab, hamza fatha ba, sukoon, ab. All right? That's what sukoon is. So we're going to go back to lesson 7, inshallah ta'ala, lesson 8. Yeah. So here, alif is always going to have a sukoon by default. So ba fatha, we're going to say ba fatha, alif, sukoon. Where's the sukoon? It's invisible, but it's there. Sukoon, ba. All right? Is the sound of this different than ba fatha, alif, saghira, ba? No, it's not. It's the same thing. Same thing here. Ba dhamma waw saghira, boo, same thing. Ba dhamma waw sukoon, boo. Ba dhamma waw sukoon. Where's the sukoon? Invisible. There has to be a sukoon. Alright, there has to be a sukoon, otherwise you want to be a mad letter. If the waw had a fatha, the reason we know there was no there was sukoon on it, the waw doesn't have a fatha on it. If it had a fatha or dhamma or kasra, then we want to say a sukoon. But because there isn't a fatha or kasra or dhamma, we're going to say there is a sukoon. Alright, ba dhamma, and that sukoon is not written, it's invisible. Ba dhamma waw sukoon, boo, boo. Alright, and then disregard the alif. The alif just is indicating to you that the word is plural. That's it. You're not going to pronounce it. It has no, it doesn't affect the pronunciation of the word. So you're going to totally disregard the alif. So once you've done that, you're going to come back and you say babu. All right, babu. And then you're going to do the third set of, or the third syllables, I guess you can call them. Ba, because these are not words. All right, ba kasra ya sukoon, bi. Ba kasra ya sukoon, bi. Again, sukoon, where's the sukoon? It's there, it's invisible. All right, ba kasra ya sukoon, bi. When I say ba, bu, bi. Ba, bu, bi. We're going to do the same thing here. Ta fatha alif sukoon, ta. Ta dhamma wa sukoon, tu. Ta, tu. Ta kasra ya sukoon, ti. Ta, tu, ti. So you're going to do this with every set of letters here. Tha alif, tha waw, tha thi, to the end of this lesson. And then once you're done, inshallah ta'ala, you're going to come back. Once you get here, you're going to come back and you should just pronounce these syllables. You say ba, bu, bi, ta, tu, ti, tha, thu, thi. All right? Until you finish, inshallah ta'ala. Once you're finished, you're going to go to huruf al-lin. All right. Huruf al-lin. What are huruf al-lin? Or the two harfs of lin. Harfa al-lin. There are two letters of lin. Lin means like easy, because when you pronounce these letters, they're easy to pronounce. Those two letters are waw and ya. So if waw and ya, and here's sukoon right here. All right. If waw and ya have sukoon on them, and the letter before the waw and ya has a fatha, khalas. The waw and ya become harfa al-lin. Harfa al-lin. The two harfs of lin. All right. And right now, just learn that, inshallah ta'ala. Later on, inshallah ta'ala, once you pass Qaida Nooraniya and you're learning how to read the Quran in tajweed, you'll learn the significance of knowing what huruf al-lin are and ماذا يترتب على ذلك, and we will revisit huruf al-lin there. But here we want you to recognize huruf al-lin. How do you recognize huruf al-lin? First of all, they're going to be two letters, waw and ya. All right, and for waw and ya to be from the letters of lin, both of them have to have sukoon, and they both have to be preceded by fatha. All right, and this is how we do it. So ta fatha waw, ta fatha. Again, there's a dependent there. All right, the waw. So we're not gonna say ta fatha ta. We're gonna say ta fatha waw sukoon taw. And the two sounds together is taw. Taw. Ta by itself is ta. Ta with the waw sukoon makes taw sound. So you're gonna say ta. This is how you spell it out. Ta. Identify the first letter. Identify the diacritical mark. Ta fatha. Ta fatha. And then you're gonna go to the waw. Ta fatha waw. And then what's on top of it? Sukoon. The two of them together. Taw. And then ta fatha ya sukoon. Tay. Ta fatha ya sukoon. Tay. This is a ya. And again, ya can be written with two dots. Sometimes without the dots. So here without the dots. Ta fatha ya sukoon. That's the sukoon. The sound it makes is tay. And then you're going to combine the two sounds. Taw, tay. You're going to do the same thing here. Ta fatha waw sukoon thaw. Ta fatha ya sukoon ثي ثو ثي. دال فتحة واو سكون دو. Dal fatha ya sukun, do day. Alright, so do that with every one of these letters, set of letters, and then inshallah ta'ala, once you finish, come back and then just read them. Taw, tay, thaw, thay, do, day, thou, they, ro, ray, zo, zay, so on and so forth.